If you have ever wondered where Salesforce is headed, how AI, automation, and low code are reshaping the way teams build, you are in the right place. Shiba, how do you see Salesforce Lightning evolving in the next 2 to 5 years?
Salesforce Lightning is undergoing a fundamental transformation, and you may never log into Lightning. The vision is it doesn't signal decline, but rather Lightning's evolution into an invisible conversational first platform. So Salesforce is re-engineering all of Salesforce to be Slack first, making CRM interactions as simple as talking in Slack rather than navigating traditional interfaces. So users will engage with Lightning's capability through dialogue instead of clicking through forms and pages.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. If you have ever wondered where Salesforce is headed, how AI, automation, and low code are reshaping the way teams build, you are in the right place. Today, we are joined by Sheeba, who is a 21 times Salesforce certified solutions architect and 3-time Dreamforce speaker. Sheeba has helped several organizations simplify complex Salesforce setups and assisted them to stay ahead of the curve. Sheeba, you have become such a well-known voice in the Salesforce ecosystem, not just for your technical expertise, but for helping audience understand what's next. So Sheeba, today I want to focus on the future, from how Lightning is evolving to how Einstein Analytics and AI are changing the way we work in Salesforce. Sheeba, I'm really excited to have you here.
Thank you very much.
So Sheeba, I know Salesforce is evolving faster than ever, with more automation, AI, and a real shift towards low code and no code development. A few years ago, I remember teams were still asking if Lightning was ready. Now it's the foundation everyone builds on. Sheeba, how do you see Salesforce Lightning evolving in the next 2 to 5 years, especially with the rise of low-code platforms? And what will that mean for how admins and developers work together?
Thanks for the question. And this year, I had a good fortune to attend Dreamforce 2025, and during the keynote, Slack keynote, Parker Harris, who is the CTO at Salesforce, mentioned that Salesforce Lightning is undergoing a fundamental transformation, and you may never log into Lightning, and that is his goal. The vision it doesn't signal decline, but rather Lightning's evolution into an invisible conversational first platform. So Harris revealed that Salesforce is re-engineering all of Salesforce to be Slack first, making CRM interactions as simple as talking in Slack rather than navigating traditional interfaces. So sales, IT, service, Tableau, HR, and every cloud will adopt this conversational approach powered by Agentforce and natural language interactions. So users will engage with Lightning's capability through dialogue instead of clicking through forms and pages. So we as developers, we have been doing a lot of back-end work in Lightning, customizing pages through a form-like format, but now we can actually, through Slack, just give instructions like create an opportunity, update an opportunity, and it will be done through agents in Slack. So it's called low code, no code acceleration. So by 2025, 70% of commercial applications are likely to use low code or no code solutions, and Lightning is the epicenter of this shift. So key developments will include Agentforce Vibes. I don't know whether you've heard of it, but Agentforce Vibes is the new developer, what do you call? Brahmastra. So what it can do is it enables non-technical users, people who do not code or do not know LWC components, to build LWC components like Lightning Web Components, Apex code, flows using natural language. And I was able to do that in Dreamforce, I created an app using Agentforce Vibes within 5 minutes.
Oh,
So it
that's
was,
awesome.
yeah, and I got this T-shirt through that. It's called Agentforce Vibes. So enhanced flow builder now supports rich text inputs, time fields, and multi-object data shapes, allowing admins to automate complex processes without coding. So, citizen developers are being empowered through governance frameworks that balance innovation with security, which means that even these automated tools will be able to respect the security that we have configured in our orgs. So, technical foundation like the Lightning Web runtime represent the architectural future, delivering 25% faster load times than legacy frameworks. So, enhanced local development will real-time preview, will accelerate the development cycle, and there'll be migration from Aura to LWR, which is Lightning Web Runtime, which will become a strategic priority for organizations. So basically, it will be AI-powered intelligence. So Agentforce integration will fundamentally reshape Lightning by 2030. So within 4 years, 2026 to 2030, Agentforce integration will completely reshape Lightning. That's the prediction. So, agentic setup will allow administrators to configure environments through AI driven natural language commands. And this was actually showcased through many customer use cases like Williams Sonoma, Dell Technologies, and Engine at Dreamforce. So the 2030 vision is that Lightning will evolve into a conversational first, hyper personalized platform where traditional navigation becomes secondary. So Data Cloud and Einstein AI will deliver uniquely tailored experiences, while Lightning serves as the unified experience layer across all Salesforce clouds. So cross-cloud orchestration will make Lightning the presentation layer for distributed data and processes. So the key challenges, though, for this would be that organizations must navigate governance complexity, manage migration burdens from Classic to Lightning, Aura to LWR, and address AI transparency and trust concerns as artificial intelligence becomes more embedded. So the Salesforce Lightning's paradoxical future means that the interface becomes invisible precisely as it becomes more powerful. By 2030, Lightning will be faster, more intelligent, more integrated, functioning as an invisible enabler of work that happens wherever users already are, whether in Slack, through conversational agents, or embedded in external applications like through Experience Cloud side, etc.
Shiba, that's a very detailed perspective. Thanks for sharing that. I'm sure our listeners would appreciate that. And Shiba, you touched a bit about the Dreamforce. And Dreamforce is such a fascinating event for many Salesforce professionals all across the globe. And Dreamforce, true to its promise, always bring a flood of updates. We talked about AI, you talked about automation, data cloud, and sometimes it's hard to tell what's hype versus what's real. So you attended 2025 Dreamforce, and I know you have attended several in the past as well. You've spoken in some Dreamforce conferences. What stood out most to you in Dreamforce 2025, and how do you think those announcements shape how people use Salesforce in the coming year?
Yes, so Dreamforce 2025 firmly established Salesforce's vision of agentic enterprise, where intelligent AI agents collaborate seamlessly with human workers to transform business processes across sales, service, marketing, and operations. So central to this transformation is Agentforce 360 platform. So the key words that were talked about were Agentforce 360, Agentic Enterprise, Data 360, Customer 360, and Slack. So these are the cornerstones. So central to this transformation is the Agentforce 360 platform, which I just talked about, one of the cornerstones, unifying AI-driven automation with Salesforce's core clouds through tools like Agentforce Builder and Agent Script, enabling hybrid reasoning that balances deterministic policy controls with AI flexibility. From admin perspective, Dreamforce introduced Setup powered by Agentforce, a game-changing conversational AI assistant simplifying complex org management, drastically reducing time spent on permissions and user troubleshooting. So I could just ask, why is my user not seeing this object? And the agent will be able to troubleshoot. And this is likely to be generally available by next year. So the flow enhancements and approval orchestration were also highlighted, and empowering admins to automate complex processes with intuitive tools. So, and in developers, I've already mentioned about Agentforce Vibes. It's a natural language coding assistant which turns prompts into scalable Apex codes and Lightning components. So, which is supported by ecosystem of Model Context Protocol (MCP) tools for seamless integration and governance. So, the new agent script language provides hybrid reasoning for AI agents. That was another thing announced, is the agent script language, offering predictable and consistent behavior critical for enterprise compliance. And the other side, architects received focused attention with the relaunch of the Salesforce architectural program and the well-architected framework. Now we are focusing on building an agentic future. So hybrid AI agent design, observability, governance, performance optimization with tools like Apex Guru and Scale Center were emphasized. So then, of course, there was also community perspective with over 115 sessions, immersive environments in the Trailblazer Forest, and fostering peer learning and partner engagement. There were nonprofit and education tracks highlighting the social impact. There was a Dream Fest, which was featured by Metallica, Benson Boone, Miles Smith, celebrating the community spirit in Salesforce ecosystem. And there was also partners. They saw unprecedented support through expanded partner launch and the launch of Partner Cloud, which is AI-powered partner ecosystem platform. So there was also strategic partnerships with OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google, brought advanced AI models like GPT-5, Claude, and Gemini into the ecosystem. And I already mentioned there were some customer success stories from Williams-Sonoma, Dell Technologies, and Engine, and that showcase their tangible benefits of automation, boosting efficiency and customer satisfaction. So overall, Dreamforce 2025 marked a landmark event positioning Salesforce as a leader in the AI-powered enterprise era, with comprehensive solutions addressing the needs of admins, developers, architects, partners, and communities alike. And so the vision of agentic enterprise where AI elevates human potential. This, I would say, in bold, because that is emphasized. AI elevates human potential. AI does not replace humans.
That's great. Looks like you had a lot of fun at the Dreamforce. It looks like they did a fantastic job in keeping the attendees engaged. Shiba, I want to focus a bit about the AI metrics. Most companies still measure their AI success by either the cost or time saved, right? But the real value often shows up in things like user experience, right? Or smarter decision making, right? Like I think which is where the agentic shines. In your view, what are the right metrics to measure AI's impact beyond just efficiency, And how can teams shift their thinking from short-term ROI to long-term business value?
Yes, I agree with you. Most AI agent performances are misleading because they may measure activity rather than an impact. So, for instance, if you're shuffling papers from pile A to pile B, that would make you efficient. But if you are actually able to solve cases and you're able to actually contribute to the human pile of work, that will be a good assessment of effectivity. So common metrics like total interactions, response time, and number of handled requests make dashboards look impressive, but don't really reflect whether AI is actually creating value. So this is called unpaid intern trap. Your AI appears busy, but accomplishes little of substance. So instead of focusing on meaningful metrics that will demonstrate real outcomes, like resolution rate, the percentage of issues or tasks fully resolved by AI without human intervention, this measures autonomy and true problem solving capacity. So user satisfaction is another metric. Emotional barometer of success. Metrics like like customer satisfaction, the CSAT score or the Net Promoter Score, NPS, show whether users find the AI helpful or frustrating. So we need to be warned against relying on vanity metrics, it's called, such as volume handled or average response time. So these emphasize quantity over quality and can mislead teams into thinking that AI is successful when it's actually undermining customers' trust. So I have had those experiences where I've called and I was AI agent picked it up and I had to actually transfer it back to humans because it didn't solve my problem. So that is not something, that's a vanity metric. So also there's a new term called collaboration amplification. The best AI agents don't replace humans, they elevate them. This metric assesses how well the AI offloads repetitive tasks, speeds up human response to unresolved issues, and frees people for strategic or creative work. So in short, the call of the hour is to redefine AI success, measuring not how much AI does, but how much real, meaningful progress it creates for users and teams.
Great. That's awesome. There's a stat that I was reading somewhere that nearly 9 out of 10 AI agent pilots never make it to production. That's a staggering stat. Why do you think so many AI pilots stall out? And what can teams do differently? If you are advising a company launching its first AI pilot today, where should they start to actually get the results?
This is a really key point you're raising, the adoption, right? So a successful organizations treat AI agents not as magic replacements of people, but as teammates that need coaching, context, and trust, right? So the difference between that failure and success of AI in an org is not really technology. It's a strategy, discipline, and human guidance that will make AI either successful or fail. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff, he calls AI agents the start of unlimited workforce, right? Because they are working 24/7, they don't take leaves, they don't fall ill, they just work. They just work to 24/7.
There's no day off for them. Yes.
Yeah. While he argues that agents fail not from technical flaws, but from organizational missteps. So Salesforce leaders emphasize that trust, ethics, and onboarding, just like human hires, are critical. Companies treat AI agents like plug-and-play software, which is the biggest flaw, right? Rather than digital teammates needing structured training, context, and supervision. So the key reasons why the pilots fail include set and forget trap, which means teams assume that deploying an AI agent equals success. But without ongoing coaching and iteration, performance stagnates. So it's also called yak shaving. Teams lose focus trying to master too many technical layers instead of solving real business problems. So Successful projects start with the pain point, not AI experimentation. And then data debt. Garbage in, garbage out is a well known phrase. So, poor data quality undermines results. Conduct data fitness checks to ensure accuracy, alignment, and freshness before building AI. There's also a popular phrase called lizard brain effect. Fear and overconfidence both derail good pilots. The fix is controlled imperfection. Launch with limited scope, accept partial accuracy, and improve through feedback. And then this introduces digital employee onboarding framework, which mirrors how human team members ramp up. Like start with the agent bootcamp, week 1 to 2. Begin with small repetitive tasks to build capability and trust. Then in the week 3 to 4, supervised learning. Add complexity, track errors, and form continuous feedback loops. And then autonomy with guardrails. Guardrails is very important for the AI not to overstep or become ineffective. So it also advocates for cross-functional AI squads, teams combining process owners, CX leaders, technical staff, and operational support experts to ensure business alignment. So the recommended 90-day roadmap moves from foundation building, control deployment, to scale and optimization, ensuring measurable process and organizational buy-in. And that will determine whether there will be success or failure to launch the AI pilots. It's strategy, discipline, and human guidance that will help AI to succeed.
That was such an insightful look, Sheba, at where things are headed. And I can say honestly, like it feels like we're just scratching the surface. I just want to thank you for giving us a glimpse into what's next in Lightning, AI, and all things Salesforce. So thank you so much for your valuable time here.
Thanks very much for having me. Have a great day.